What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Science of Flipping podcast. I am Justin Colby, and if you are listening to this on iTunes, what is up? And give me a 5-star review. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, or some other listening device, then I would tell you to go watch these videos on YouTube, youtube.com/Justin Colby. I put out 6 videos a week, all for you to learn how to be a better real estate investor, business owner, and entrepreneur. Check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/Justin Colby, and subscribe. This episode is going to be all about how do I find and work with contractors remotely. As someone who has done nearly 2,000 deals, I'll break that number here going into next year. I am doing a lot of deals virtually now. So I am doing deals still here in Phoenix, Arizona, but just recently, as of today, we contracted a couple in Kentucky, New York, Kansas, Ohio, and several others. So I think we're up to 12 or maybe 14 states that we're actively doing deals in. I'm currently not just wholesaling these, but I'm also renovating them and keeping them as rentals. And if the numbers are good, we will actually flip them. So a question I get a lot is, how am I finding these contractors? How do I trust them? How do I vet them out? Where do I find them? What do I say? Well, here's the answer to all of this. Usually, I can find them through my network. I have a pretty substantial network in the real estate investing business. And so within Facebook, in the groups in Facebook, I usually can jump in there and start asking for referrals. I also do the same thing on Instagram. And so that's where I start. And usually what will happen in these groups is people will start handing over referrals. So what I will do is I'll actually, now by the way, I don't do this anymore because I actually have a real business, but Casey, my manager, will actually reach out to them and ask them about their business. How many homes are they currently remodeling? What is typically the size of home they do? How many years have they been doing it? Are they licensed or not? And just to get a gauge of how professional these guys are, because right now it is so hard to find contractors, and on top of that, people are saying they're contractors but they're not licensed. You really want to make sure you're working with a licensed contractor. And here's the hurdle there. Most people will tell you, well, they're more expensive, and that is correct. But you're likely getting the job done better because they're not just some random dude off the street who does know how to put up sheetrock or knows how to paint. You're actually working with someone who's licensed and has something to risk if something goes wrong. So you really want to make sure of that. Now, if you just need to paint your house, could you find someone to just paint your house? Yes. But if you're looking to take down walls or remodel a whole kitchen and do things with the electrical and do things with the AC, I would highly suggest make sure the contractors are licensed. So I start with my social media network that usually will drive in 3 to 5 people that I can call, or specifically Casey can call, to vet out. Again, I want to make sure, how long have you been doing this? Are you licensed? What typically is a remodel project to you? Do you sub out the subcontractors, or they all work for you? Typically, what are you seeing as a full-blown rehab, the cost of it? What are you seeing price per square foot, the cost of the remodel project? Those type of basic questions just to feel them out. Then I actually have them go view the home and give us an itemized bid on exactly what they would do to the home and exactly how much it costs per item, to the point of the item cost $100 and his labor cost $50. I want to know labor versus materials. And once I have all 5 or so of those, then I start to do a little deeper dive in asking questions. So I will call them and then go into the point of, hey, I see here you charged me $2,000 for paint, and I got a quote from another guy that charged me $1,500. Why are yours $500 more? And then I'll kind of start to play against each other. Now, what I'm not doing, I'll tell you what I'm not doing, is I'm not just choosing the cheapest bid. I really want to have good feeling of these individuals. So I want to make sure that they do what I ask them to do. So oftentimes when I have these contractors walk the properties, if I don't already, I will ask them to take a video and I'll ask them to give me pictures on top of it. I want them to do these things because I know they are listening. And quite honestly, being a contractor is just a task-based job, meaning if I say remodel this whole thing, give me the breakdown and start moving. So from that point, usually out of the 5, there's going to be 2 that I probably would choose. And then at that point, I want to make sure, the price points are about the same. Now, from that point, I create an agreement that I have and I share with my students that they have to sign off on. It shows the bid, the breakdown of the bid, the time that the work needs to be done by. It also gives lien waivers after the payment has been done, that they have to sign a lien waiver. It also tells them they will be bonused or they will have a per diem as long as they finish the job on time or earlier, they get bonused. If they are late on the job and they need an extra 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, then they actually have a per diem. All of that is laid out in my agreement that I have the contractor sign that I give to my students. If you're interested in being a student and you're here on YouTube, go ahead and say I'm interested and I'll have someone from my team reach out to you. So all of that is done here, and then we just go. And how I typically pay is I will break it to 50% up front, 25 in the middle, and then 25 at the end of a walkthrough to make sure that the home was done well, completed, and all the blue tape items, which I call, the little things like paint being a little sporadic or maybe a door handle not being on the door. Those are blue tape items so they can finish it off completely. Once those are all met, then the last 25% is given to them. Now, some would maybe argue, maybe break it up into 4 payments. I can understand that point because you don't want a contractor to walk away with, let's just say $20,000 on a $40,000 rehab. I get that. However, based around the process that I just painted for you, I have not had a contractor just take my money and run, and I have done hundreds and hundreds of remodels in my career. And so that is the system that I run. Now, when they get really good, things like this pop up, which is actually my contractor that I am using to remodel my Tulsa rental property. He actually knew of a homeowner that needed to sell, but needed to sell quick and sell cash. He actually put us together with that homeowner, and now we're getting another deal, which is super cool because he's getting the job for that property as well as the one that I already have him working on. So he was incentivized to put 2 and 2 together so he could keep good work. Now, from that point, what I would highly encourage is keep these guys busy. It is very hard to find good contractors right now. Not like it's ever terribly easy, but right now especially, all the contractors are working like crazy. Everyone has them working. Everyone's making money. Everyone's loving it. I just bought a personal home, and the contractor I'm working with is incredible, but the prices are outrageous. A, because of labor, and B, because everyone's now charging higher prices. Or I'm sorry, A, because of materials, B, because everyone's charging more now. There's no way around it, right? They realize that they are the gold right now. Contractors are the gold. Everyone's making money, so they're gonna make more money. So you need to keep these guys busy if they're on your team, and things like I just mentioned about, asking them if they know of any other properties that we could buy could be a great referral source for you to buy more properties. All right, guys, that is all for this episode. Hopefully that helped. Again, if you are listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, get to YouTube right now. Go subscribe. And if you like this video, you should be, because it's a pretty awesome video. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next podcast. Peace.